It's Thursday, and you know what time it is. Welcome to the Affairs of the Heart podcast. It is 8 p.m. Thursday Eastern Standard Time. I'm your boy DQ, D Weezy, and as always on every Thursday, I got my girls with me. So Debonair and Easy said Easy. Well, Easy's not there. That's always fun. That was like anticlimactic. I did a whole. It was so anticlimactic. I was like, I got my girls with me, and here's no.
Where are my background singers? Where are my background
singers? Wait, let me see that last card. Let me see the last card.
You know I don't know the words.
I don't know these words. Woo! Okay.
I took a sip of my drink and I spilled it. I'm like,
I can't, just how technology works. This is just this. We're off to a great start already.
Absolutely.
So welcome to the Affairs of the Heart podcast. It is Thursday night. You know how we do. Love, sex, and relationships from a Black gay male perspective. And we love to hear your thoughts. So please make sure that you read the description. And you may see a link in the description. If you are joining us on Facebook, please click that link and give StreamYard permission to use your likeness on Facebook. If you're joining us on Twitter, what's up, Twitterland? And if you are joining us on our YouTube channel with our over 600 followers, we appreciate you. And please like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends, tell your sisters and your cousins and your auntie and them. Hey, that.
I thought you were about to break out into something. I was ready for it. I was ready for it.
That Affairs of the Heart is here on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. You want to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notifications so you know that when we're on. All right, fellas. Hey, what's going on? Y'all all right?
Yes, I'm alive and I'm happy about it because I didn't think I was going to make it tonight. I was so tired. I was up all night working. Yes, as you guys know, I built websites and my clientele has just been hectic right now. So I was up all night. Yeah, I was up all night. I probably got 2 hours of sleep today, and they was like not consistent sleep. So
you listen. It has been. I don't even want to talk about literally me just opening my eyes from an afternoon nap. When you get a certain age, you need to have a nap in the day.
It's necessary.
I told my mom, I said, you have to be so upset because as a kid, I could never take naps. Like when your mom wanted to go to the store or something and she needed you to take a nap so she can go and leave you with your grandma or something like that. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I would take a nap in a minute right now.
It's a necessity. And if I don't have one, I have an entire attitude. If I don't have a nap, entire attitude. What's up, Chef? We're glad you're here. It's Thursday. Hey. Happy Thursday to you. All right. So the buzz on everybody's lips is
oh my God, there's buzz on people's lips. Oh my God, what's going on?
Buzz on everybody's lips from last week. What happened on Easy's date? So we are so glad that Easy is in the building so he can tell us what happened on his date last week.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm very transparent and I give you the reels. I'm going to give it all to you. All right. So last Thursday I had a date and it was something that we had kind of set up about a week, maybe a week and a half in advance. So there's this guy named Gene Noble. If you don't know Gene Noble, make sure you Google him, follow him. He's an amazing artist, amazing singer. And I had tickets to go see him. So we were going to go see Gene Noble. It was great. Like you said, it was great. It was a great show. Got down, I'm on a budget. All right. So this is dating on a budget. So one of my homegirls hooked me up. She got a little catering company. So she whipped up some dinners for us. So it was going to be like finger food. Like it was like a bunch of appetizers basically. And it was great. And to my surprise, she even hooked me up even further. One of her homegirls makes drinks in like these bags. Like they're ready to go drink. I'm like, oh, this is going to be hot. So I'm like, we can eat this on the way there. Or eat it in the parking lot before the show starts. Just have some like one-on-one time and I thought it'd be nice, So that was the whole setup. So I got everything ready. I'm getting dressed. I didn't realize though, because so much was going on, because I got a job and everything. I do work. That he didn't text me back, and at about 6:30, I realized that I think I've been stood up. At about 6:30, I also realized I don't want to go by myself, so I actually gave the tickets to a friend of mine. I emailed them to her. She was able to go with her husband, and they had a really, really good time. And I spent the evening watching Law and Order, SVU, and Organized Crime, and I snacked on the catered food, and I drank the drinks that were made for us, and that was my Thursday night. So haven't heard from him. I did not hear from him, but I did see him on Sunday following. He was at a bar with friends. Yeah, he said hello as if nothing.
Wow.
So if he played it like nothing was wrong, so I played it like nothing was wrong. Cool. Everything's great. I went back to my seat and I hung out with my bestie and a few friends, and he continued to hang out with his people and drink and everything. And yeah, that's it.
So let me tell you what happened. So I had text you, right? We were getting into the letter. It threw me off really bad because we really be rooting for you when you go on dates, because I already know it's about to be some amazing setup, everything like that. And when I watched the thing back, I was like, I don't think I even answered the letter from last week. Honestly, I didn't like that. Like, it just made me, I didn't like any of that at all. I was so bothered, and I had to get myself back together for the rest of the show after that, because I'm like, damn.
Yeah, because you did ask me if I wanted to join, and I'm not going to front. Like, it is what it is, and I was in my feelings a little bit. That's why I was just like, I just stayed in. I didn't go out. I didn't do anything. Sat here, ate my food, watched some. Like I said, I watched some Law and Order, drank my drinks, and I went on ahead to bed. It does hit you, like it does chip at you, to being stood up. But I can't sit there and wallow in that. So yeah. I mean, it happens to us all. This is not my first time being stood up. It won't be my last. All I can do is make attempts at this dating thing, at this love thing, and maybe one day I'll get it right. Dwayne is over there.
Okay, all right. So this is why I have all of the faces. Number one, because you don't at this day and age in 2021, you don't have to send somebody up. If you're not coming, if you decide to not come, or you decide you have a change of heart, you have every right to say, hey, I'm not going to make it. Right. Like that is the least form of communication that is owed to anybody. And I think it's just a cowardly way for somebody to respond. You see what I'm saying? Especially if you saw him face to face on Sunday. Listen. And he didn't have the decency to say anything to you. Did he now I'm gonna ask, because we're close on the show. Is this somebody that you've been entertaining for a while, or was this like just a quick one little setup situation?
This is someone I've known for, I'd say maybe about 5 years. And we just kind of started taking things a little bit further, talking a little bit more, thinking about the possibility of something more than just a friendship. So yeah. So it's not like it was like something new,
But I mean, y'all just recently just started talking on a different level.
Yeah.
So so this is somebody you've known. Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, this is not just a random. I could accept it from a random that I don't know, at all. as opposed to somebody that I've known for quite some time, and they, you know, they like, nah, I'm not. I don't subscribe to that, and I don't think it's cool, especially for you, because we know how, as you've talked about on the show, how all out you go. You bought Gene Noble tickets, bitch. You got a caterer and had a whole vibe with food and drinks, because you're not about to get in here and bust no pots. Like you, you had a whole vibe for this dude, and he completely missed out on a wonderful person, first and foremost, and a wonderful opportunity. So then, like, what happens now? What happens if he just comes or calling, you know, in the next couple of days and is like, hey, what's up? Like, then what do you do?
For me, I'll keep it cordial. I'm not gonna accept anything else. Like I can't accept anything else, because like you said, for someone who I've known for some time, it didn't have to go further. It could have been just friends. Like, you could have told me that we're just being friends when we went to go see Gene Noble. Like, it still would have been okay with me. Because at the end of the day, we started out as friends. So we can still end up as friends. That's my thing about this whole dating process. I never know what we're going to be. We could be the best of friends. We could end up being lovers. We could end up being fuck buddies. It does not, I do not know. You do not know. We don't know what the future holds. But anytime that I'm going on a date, I'm pulling out all the stops, because I want to let you know that I am willing, I'm ready, I'm open to getting to know you on a different level. So whatever may come of it, I'm giving you my all, because I want you to know that I'm interested in getting to know you. Now, if you let me know that that's not how you're feeling, cool, then I'll back off. Yeah. But just let me know where I stand. Because at the end of the day, I do go all out for my dates. That's just something I just naturally do, because it's just, I want you to know that I'm invested in getting to know you as a person, at least as a person.
In my mind, I'm just imagining, Dwayne, you probably can imagine this, like this happening to me. Like, oh no, you're not standing. No, I didn't plan all this shit, and then I seen you out. Oh no, come here, let's go. We're gonna have a conversation, because to me, like, do not waste my time. Like, first of all, as busy as I am, like, don't waste my time. You know what I mean? And I feel like people do not respect that. You know what I'm saying? To me, literally, like, easy, I had to get it together on the show, because it just pissed, like, I was flashing back in my own head, my own situations. Like, you know, I don't like that stuff. Like, it's not hard to just say, hey, you know, I don't want to do it, or hey, like something, you know.
Like I said, for me, leading up to it, I just thought things were really falling into place. Like, I had an idea what I was gonna do for dinner and drinks and everything. It was the day, like I said, it was the day before when my girl had hit me up and said that she was doing this big party, and I was telling her about my plans, and she was like, "Well, I'm gonna have a lot of food. I'm gonna make you something so you ain't gotta spend no coins." I was like, "For real?" She was like, "Yeah, I got you, E." Like, she brought over 4 plates of food. And I'm just like, oh, we can really dig on this. And she was like, one of her girls who was working that same event, she made the drinks. So she was like, I swiped a couple drinks for you. Y'all enjoy this, and have a good night, save some money on. Like, I appreciate that. Like, I'm like, and it was top of the line stuff. So I'm just like, oh, this is coming together real nice. Like, we're gonna have a nice old vibe, over the sunroof, a little parking lot pimping and whatnot. But yeah. So,
what's his Instagram? What is his Instagram? What's his Facebook?
I was able to watch, like, people. I saw a lot of my friends who had actually went to the concert, and just looking at their social media, and Gene Noble gave a great show. My girl and her husband were really appreciative of the tickets. They got there just in time as he took the stage. So, yeah.
We ain't talking about their date. We want to know. Listen, they had a good time. Bless them. Amen.
They had such a good time. Her husband even reimbursed me the money. I was like, I don't need that, but he actually ended up sending it to me anyway. But yeah.
I really just hate, I guess, as your brothers, we really hate that for you, because we know how much you invest in your dating life, and we know how much you really are trying to make sure that that area or aspect of your life is at least thriving in some form of fashion. And for some fuck niggas that aren't even worth, you know, the things that you can even conceptualize as it pertains to dating. Like, you know, I think this comment from Brandon what's up, Brandon? Cuz is in the building.
Hey,
This is unfortunate. Easy, shaking my head. Don't fret, man, and don't stop looking for the right one. Dating today is definitely not that easy when you have a good heart, but don't stop.
Yeah.
And that would have been a solid ass day. Absolutely. Anybody would have loved.
But you know, and that's why I was so excited to hear about the day, because Easy didn't tell us what was going on. I mean, you probably didn't even know because things were laying out as it was even getting closer to the day. But I already knew. I was like, Easy gonna tell us about they went on to the moon, and you know, they went under the sea and they seen a little mermaid live. Like it just every time you have like the day she explained, I'm like, damn, can I get this from somebody? Because it's like it's always just sounds like the greatest date in the world. So I was like so excited to actually hear about this. And then when I texted you, I was like, let me take these earrings out. We have to go to DC.
Bitch, you know, kick on your door and smack your chick. I was about to turn into Monica. I was ready. I was ready in my knee-high boots.
I watched the episode from last week. I do appreciate that. Y'all were praying that this date went well. It definitely warmed my heart to hear that. You know, we got to root for each other.
Because we do legitimately. Just so y'all know, America, we actually like each other. Like, this is not a show that we're just here because we need ratings and we need y'all to like, share, and subscribe. No, we actually are invested in each other's lives, and we really do like each other and really root for each other and support each other. And so, of course, last week was, you know, you were missed. You know, you're a part of the team, so it's like, well, Easy's not here. But
I was hoping to come back because I knew we were going to end up talking about it. I was hoping to come back with like this nice story to give you.
Listen, I think we should have an episode geared towards wanting to date Easy. And if you are ballsy enough, you're gonna come on here and speak your piece, and you're gonna be vetted by me and So Debonair, because we ain't having this BS no more where Easy's gonna be stood up. We're not doing this no more. We'll have a show if Easy agrees. I'm not gonna put him on the spot right now, but if Easy agrees, later on, we might have just an episode geared towards I want to date Easy said, Easy done. You come on here, you talk about who you are. We're gonna do the background research while you talking, because we know some of y'all are full of shit. So so we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that offline. But Easy, we are so sorry, man. It really hurts our hearts to know that you had the situation. But we do appreciate the fact that you continue to strive and you continue to get out there and you continue to try.
I ain't got much longer now. Whoever he is better hurry on up. I'm giving it till 40.
Listen, Lexus, you late, boo. No, that is not what happened. So Debonair to the moon. Yes, of course.
I'm trying to tell y'all, like, if you listen to this podcast, the date that he explained to us before, I mean, it was super dope. Like, I mean, anybody would want to be on that date. Yeah, like anybody would want that. Like, it was just like somebody that goes out of their way to plan something that's going to be memorable. It's dope. Like, you don't get that from guys.
I think it's so important to do that. And just like that last date, that one that we did discuss, like the conversations that me and him had, I wanted him to know that I was paying attention to our conversations. So when he said that he was in the Navy, our picnic was at the naval base along the water. Like, it was in the evening. Through our conversations, we had talked about food and everything. So I got some of his favorite foods that he had grew up on, that he said that he hadn't had in a long time. And I had a busy day that day, so I actually got it catered and everything. So it just, I can cook though. I can throw down. Don't get me wrong. If I have the time, I'm definitely going to cook a meal. But because the time was short, I ended up doing that picnic, and I got his favorite drinks. I don't even drink gin. I still got that gin bottle in my refrigerator. But
Just
it
taking
was
up
a great
space.
date. He said he had a good time, but I never heard from him again. Like we could have a podcast about all my dates. None of them have really.
And that's just so frustrating.
That is.
Because you really put, it's niggas out here taking you to get chicken boxes and mumbo sauce and having days. And you out here doing whole experiences. Like
One of my friends went on a rant on Facebook when I told him about that last date. And he was just like, and he said the exact same thing. He was like, y'all got people out here taking y'all to McDonald's and Kentucky Fried Chicken, and y'all like complaining. And then you got somebody who does do something, even if it doesn't go into where you want it to go, like you still not appreciative of what has happened.
I mean, like even when I tell you, like I went on date, I would never tell y'all my dates because it can't compare to what Easy has done. So I don't want to give this. I don't even want to give this story. It's
so debonair is taking dudes to get chicken boxes and mumbo sauce. Like, like
first of all, I'm not taking anybody to get anything. But
that's a DC thing. That's an MDV thing. If you don't know about the chicken boxes and mumbo sauce, then it's a thing. So,
but we just want to sit at a little restaurant, and get a few drinks and some appetizers and talk. I mean, this boy pulls out all the stops for a first date. Like to me, that's just really special.
I want it to be special. I want it to be memorable. Yeah. I want you to go home and actually really think like, oh damn, that nigga really took some time. Like he really remembered some of the things that we talked about.
Yeah.
I want you to know that I'm paying attention. I want you to know that I'm invested in getting to know you as a person. Even if it doesn't, flourish into what I would want it to be, I still got much respect for people. So.
Well, and I'm sure I can speak for So Debonair when I say we're going to get this together because I'm sick and tired of people treating you like trash. You are not trash. You have all of these beautiful ideas that you're wasting on people that they're not worth. And
absolutely,
I think we need to rectify it. So go to aothpodcast.com. And if you are interested in dating Easy, put your bid in. Put your bid in.
Into something without our approval.
Yes. And we gonna vet this situation. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if you bold and you can stand behind your shit, go to AOTH Podcast now and write in a little message box. I'm interested in dating Easy. Give us your information. Give us your social media handles. Mm-hmm. And in an upcoming show, we will vet you and have you on the show. And I want to date Easy, said Easy done situation. I don't even care. I don't even want your permission now. I done already put it out there. So there you go.
Wendy Williams is doing that now too. So yeah,
baby. And the guy that she's dating, or she's upset because he's leaving New York. But mm-hmm. baby, she is all in love. I don't know what that man had done to her, but he didn't wrap his legs and his mouth around that letter P. And he couldn't.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Wendy Williams.
Oh, she's in love.
Okay. So we're gonna help Easy out because Easy deserves to have somebody that is gonna genuinely do him correctly, and he's running out of time. And these are his own words. He's running out of time.
Listen, and don't be going in there trying to go just because he's gonna give you a dope date, neither.
Right. Don't be listening to what he's talking about, oh, he gonna give me a dope date. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Matter of fact, you need to take him on a date.
That part. Don't let him plan nothing.
Nothing.
Period. Anyway, Dr. Rainier is in the room. She's saying, hey, Easy.
Hey, boo. How are you?
Mm-hmm. Brandon says, did she come on? We're going to have her. On? I just talked to her yesterday, and we have to pick a Thursday to have her come back. She's ready too. And she has a new podcast coming out, so we have to get her back and talk about that as well. Maybe save the greatness for the second or third date. The first date needs to be borderline an interview date to see if they're going to make it to the second. That's when you whip out the great stuff. That's good advice, B. That's very good advice, Brandon. Ooh. It's very good advice.
I sure as hell don't do it.
All right. So listen, I'm telling you.
Next? I don't know what
You want to? Okay, we can go.
I don't know where to go from here.
So we're gonna open up the floor, I think, for just a little bit. We'll do it early this time. If you want to come on and talk about dating, being stood up, or anything that you want to talk about in relationship specific topics, go ahead, turn your ring light on, put your dog in its cage, put your eyelashes on, put some makeup on real quick, and just hop on and say, hey, what's up to the guys? And share your thoughts on anything. It could be what we're talking about specifically, or any thoughts on anything you want to discuss personally about relationships. Again,
I give you some too. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, so just go to StreamYard / and then the link down below. Type that into your browser and you'll pop right in, and we'll pick a few people to come on and talk to us real quick while we're in the relationship topics. Go ahead, so Debonair.
I was going to say, when you're going on like your first date, like what is something that makes you like, what are you looking for in that first date? Like for me, I'm looking for a certain type of feeling, right? Mm-hmm. Something that makes me kind of start opening up the door to like really wanting to be involved with this person. And I went on like this, I think I've been on like 2 dates within the last few weeks. And one guy, like we talked, we went on 2 dates. It's been pretty cool. And we text, all the time. And a lot of times we do a lot of texting because I be busy and I don't like being on the phone like that. But
as long as you're communicating.
Yeah, we're communicating. So, but I'm just waiting on that feeling, I guess. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I think it's that feeling as I'm on my way home from the date.
Yeah.
When I reminisce about it, like I want to make sure like there's no pauses in the date. I want to make sure that we're consistently communicating. It's a give and take type of situation. Like he's giving me something, I'm taking that. I'm giving something, he's taking that.
No, go ahead.
Just the idea of getting to know someone and gradually growing with that person.
Yeah.
That's really all I want. Because like I said, I don't know what the future holds.
Right.
So some of my dates have become really good friends. Some of them just didn't turn out to be anything. But I'm invested in just getting to know people. So.
Yeah. I think the one thing I look for in particularly is just a vibe. And I know that's like a cliche term nowadays, but literally I look for a vibe. If we can talk about a multiplicity of things, and you have some kind of, even if it's a topic that you know nothing about, but you at least have some kind of opinion to it to form a conversation. I'm very much a sapiosexual. Very intellectual, if we can have a conversation, and again, you can BS your way through the whole thing, but if you at least have an opinion or at least can form a thought or have a mindset around it, I'm all for it. If you can make me laugh, I love to laugh. And if you can make me laugh and you have a sense of humor and you're not so uptight about things, or you're not so sensitive or so emotional about things, then great. But if you do have an emotional side and you decide to let that show, like I respect that as well. I like to see a variety and a variance of personalities when I have a first date, right?
Yeah.
Just to kind of get a feel for the person. I've had some very dry first dates where it's just been like, okay, so what are we gonna talk about next? Like, all right. And then I've had some where it's been like a nonstop conversation, and I'm talking about, when I say a variance of opinions about things, I'm talking about anything from politics to religion to sex to relationships to kids to society to history, like anything. You just have an opinion about something, and a lot of the times you'll come across people that don't even take the time to really even have those kinds of conversations or consider that kind of stuff to see where the person even stands, because you can learn a lot about a person if you just talk about a variety of different topics.
To piggyback off of that, I would love to have a conversation with someone who's willing to teach me as well. So if it is a subject that I'm not well versed on, teach me some things. Educate me, get me caught up on a few things that I may not know. Because I know for me, politics is not a big thing that I'm thrown in. That's not a topic that I'm well versed in. I can maneuver my way through it. But if you can teach me some new things or show me the ropes about educate me. I'm always willing to learn something new.
But you know what though, like when it comes to politics, like I wouldn't mind that, but I don't
That was
want
just as an
like
example.
yeah, I know. No, I got what you're saying, but like I don't want that to be like a long conversation for me because I'm gonna be lost. I'm gonna lose interest really quick. I know the basics. I don't want to dive deep in that kind of stuff or whatever. But I was going to say this too. Another guy hit me up on Facebook. We haven't went on a date, but we've been talking. And one thing that he texts me, he texts me a lot is, I got up this morning. You're the first thing I thought about, so I want to text you. Stuff like that for me makes me want to be more engaged. And I do like that we're both really busy people. So like me, working doesn't intimidate him. He's like, this is what I'm doing, or these are the days that I do this for myself. Like the other day, he was pampering himself. He was doing all these things. Those are the kind of things to me that are very attractive because it's like, although I want someone who I want all their time, I also realize that I can't give that. You know what I mean? But the thought of the fact that you are still giving it to me through text messages or phone calls means a lot to me as well.
Yeah, I think that's a valid point. Lexa says, "What if you get into politics on a date and he's a Republican or chose not to vote? What do you do?" I have to. Here's the thing: at the end of the day, you respect people's political views. Religion and politics are two places where you just have no choice but to respect that individual's views. Yeah. But that's definitely a mental note back here. Like, okay, we definitely not having no second date. Especially if you.
I will say this. I'm talking to a Republican.
Oh,
okay.
And he's not here. Like he's not in the DMV or anything. He's across country. But we've been engaging in conversations, just getting to know each other. And honestly, I didn't know, and I've known him for years, but I did not know he was a Republican until I want to say recently, as of like maybe last year, when things got really heated in the streets with politics, and and I just happened to see some interesting posts of his. I'm like, interesting. And as he continued, as time went on, I was like, oh, he is really
a Republican.
How does that make you feel, like in terms of dating him, though?
At 34 and not being look, it's the respect value. If you can respect my views, I can respect yours. If we can make sure that isn't something that we're going to sit here and argue all night about, hey, let's keep it moving. Let's do our thing. Because I'm not going to cut that out. That's not going to be a deciding factor for me.
But you're not about to sit at the house and watch CNN all day and then be going off because the Democrats is doing things like that. Even though, like, to me, that's not even my field of interest. I just know the things that I need to do, my requirements, for my own safety and things like that. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to sit at home and you're watching CNN and because the Democrats did something, now you got an attitude and those kind of things. Like, if you can keep that separate, even with your religion, it's the same for me because people I'm very honest and upfront. A lot of guys that I've talked to, they're like, do you go to church? No, I don't. I have a relationship with God and that's it. I have a really valid, good reason for that though, and unless you can't change that, these are my life experiences. So I don't want that. If you're a good person for me, that shouldn't deteriorate us from dating or, whatever.
Absolutely.
But also, you're not going to sit at the house and watch whatever the Bible channel is. You're not about to stay here. What's that channel called? Where they have the church on all day?
TBN.
Yeah, TBN all day. Like I'm not doing that. Like, I mean, unless you got your own private room in the basement where I can't. And then you start coming to me about.
Hopefully, we got 2 TVs.
Yeah, because I'm just not doing that. But if we can respect each other's, boundaries on those things, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like as grown adults, you have to be mature about it.
Yeah.
And I think that we can definitely have healthy discussions. Not every debate has to end in, yelling and screaming and fighting. No, we can have a healthy debate about certain things. And if anything, put a time limit on it if we're going to have a healthy debate. 1 hour, let's go. After that 1 hour, we go back to loving each other. Like, I don't mind things like that. And I feel like at a certain age, you should be able to have those type of conversations with your partner because you're not going to agree on everything at all. Like, you're going to have discussions. You're going to have debates. You're going to have disagreements. So just willing to choose us over that.
Right.
That's where it lies.
I think I learned that from me and my mom's relationship too. It's like, I love my mom to death. Ain't nothing gonna change that. But she knows, like, we're not about to sit here and debate all day about God because she's the pastor. We can't do this all day because we're gonna get mad. We're gonna start saying stuff we shouldn't be saying, and it's gonna get crazy. So let's just respect the fact that you believe this and I believe this, and respect it. Period.
Yeah, because stuff like that could get ugly real quick.
Very quick.
Like you and your mama, you be like, well, that's why your pancakes never turn out right. And then you like,
that's why they never ask you to cook greens during Thanksgiving. Like you just get, so
and you wonder why they tell you bring the paper plates for every family reunion. Like,
oh no. I hear you guys. I
don't want to be like that with my mom. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely don't want to be like that with my partner.
Yeah, exactly. Because the partner ain't going nowhere. He's going in the next room. So,
right. I can leave her. I can leave her house. I can leave her house. I don't have to stay. I don't have to take this. I'm going home.
Listen, home. The beauty of being an adult. Listen, Chef says I'm seeking the companionship of a relationship at 49, and listen, you are young enough to do so. Don't ever think your age is a factor when it comes to finding love. There are people in their 80s getting married.
That can't be my story.
Listen.
The guy that I'm talking to, he's 47. So that's 47.
Oh, okay.
So 49 is definitely not too old.
Come on, priestess. Hello.
I dated a guy that was 60. So
what? I mean, easy. What?
60. I'm 34. 60 is a. Whew.
But he didn't look 60. He didn't really act 60 either. I mean, he's a really cool guy. So
is it like an Angela Bassett 60? Like,
yeah, he looks really good. If you saw him, you would never know that he's 60.
What would you think that he was if you saw him out?
I would probably think he's like in his late 40s.
Okay.
Listen, age is nothing but a number, honestly. What's up, Kwame?
I don't mind the age gap now.
Listen. Conversation with the priest says, hey there, I'm 35 and just enjoying myself. If it comes, it comes. And if not, I'll still be fresh and free.
Come on, fresh and free.
Amen. Fresh and free. Rainier says Angela Bassett 60.
I'm just saying, Rainier. We gotta categorize 60.
Baby, because there is Angela Bassett 60 and there's everyone else.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying,
Listen.
Grandmas, when we were growing up, grandmas don't look like the grandmas I see today.
Your grandma is 35.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to figure that. I'm just trying.
Our grandma was in her 60s and her 70s when we was kids.
I'm just
the
saying.
Grandmas today are 35 years old,
like
because their mother is 40.
That's all I'm saying. Like growing up with me, my grandma, she was cooking like. It was a full Sunday dinner spread.
Baby.
Today's grandmas are ordering carry out from Yums, and I just don't understand. Like, I don't like.
It's not carry out from Yums. Not carry out from Yums.
That's just a dinner now.
Listen, they're not even watching the kids because they out at the club with the mothers.
Exactly.
Since when Baby Boy came out, Mama Have a Life Too has became all they're saying. They not doing that.
Grandma's on TikTok doing the. Is it up? Is it?
Listen, that is all you get.
Grandma's like, it's not up. I'm sitting down.
Yeah,
okay.
Like back in my day, my grandma couldn't do all that movement with her knees. Now these grandmas got that.
Listen, our grandma told us, "You getting up again?
You ain't gonna be doing all that moving around this house.
You ain't getting up. And quit slamming
Making it hot in here. Damn. Close that screen door. These grandmas ain't got screen doors.
Listen.
My cousin's grandma, she's like, what are y'all, some damn Mexicans? In and out, in and out. I'm like, first of all, why we have you Mexicans? Like, she wouldn't say anything. So I'm like, what does Mexicans got to do with going in and out the door? It doesn't make no sense. So
don't make none whatsoever. Now the comments have been lighting up since we've been having this part of the conversation. Lexi says, them old men put it down though. Listen.
Can they get it back up though?
Listen. Okay. You know what? I love Lexus in regards to his comments because they just come out of nowhere.
You ain't never seen girlfriend?
Conversations with the Priestess says, exactly. Give me a good 50-year-old that has that wisdom and is not on any fuckboy shit. Yes, ma'am. Anything, ain't it the truth? Be having the men in our age range looking pitiful. Well, very true. 35-year-old grandmother, ooh, child, facts. Indeed, they are. They're so young.
Yes.
Brandon says butterscotch candy and soft peppermint candy, 60. Brandon and I know very well about our grandmothers and how they are.
Why did that candy never have wrappers on it? It just be sitting in that purse.
It's been sitting in the bottom of her purse with everything else.
Or in that candy jar on the table.
In a candy jar on the table. Absolutely. Child, 35-year-old grandmothers now, that is a problem. But it's the truth.
But it is the truth.
This chef says, "Come on, Yums." See, let me say this: when we talk about how times have changed in regards to generations getting younger and not having the foundational, because we were all raised. I'm sure I can speak for the two of us or three of us rather, that we were raised by our grandparents along with our parents.
Yeah. So
we've had that influence to a degree of having, the older generation to learn from. Now, grandma used to be hot. Let's be clear. She used to be out in them streets. She used to be going to the parties. She used to be dropping it like it's hot. And then she found God before we were born sometime around that. She found God somewhere in there. And then, lived the life that she needed to live in order to be the grandmother that we needed to be nurturing and loving and, etc. Nowadays, child, your grandmother at 35 is no closer to God than anybody is. So, yeah.
She ride on that pole, Lil Nas X.
Huh? She watching the video with you like, Ben, did you see what you just did?
Listen, and they told me that same stuff they told him because I was out here having sex.
Listen, she can relate to Lil Nas X, honey. Ooh, meanwhile, our grandmas don't even know what a Lil Nas X is. Right. I love it. Y'all are having a great time in the comments, and we certainly appreciate it. Conversations with the Priestess says, I'm the youngest of three, and no, I wasn't that ancient. I saw my nieces at the club, and I started hiding. Listen,
I didn't even go like that sometimes. I didn't even go with the club. My sister, she's only 3 years younger than me, so.
I'll take my siblings to the club with me.
I'll take my friends that are her age, but I just don't want to go with her. Like, I just don't.
It was hard enough to go with like my first cousins because I'm an only child by my mother, so like your first cousins are like your brothers, your sisters, or your y'all are really close. Yeah. And the one time, and coincidentally enough, I was in Baltimore, and the one time I think we all decided to meet up at Hippo's or the Hippo in downtown Baltimore, and I was just like, it was just so weird. I don't know.
You took it back with the Hippo. Woo.
Listen, right? It was so weird. At least I didn't say buns.
Okay, quick story. I remember being at Buns for the very first time, and the men were dancing on the bars and whatnot, and I was still new. I was still kind of like, I didn't know what to do, so I'm just sitting at the bar minding my business. And literally somebody was just like, boop, 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 and I look up and he was hitting me on the head with his dick. That's my story about buns. I'm like,
listen, wasn't prepared, was not ready.
I wasn't ready.
I love it. I love it. So yes, we take it back to the Hippo in Baltimore. So any first dates, anything that you guys want to discuss, so we can move on if everybody is said.
Do you remember your first date?
Ooh.
Do you remember your first date? I remember mine, but do you remember yours?
I never with my relationship. We never really went on like a first date. We were together before we went on that date, so
I don't. And
it wasn't nothing special either.
I would say my very first boyfriend, our first date was when we first met. So it was. I guess that was considered our first date because we met at a club.
Okay.
Like y'all went to the club together?
No. I tell this. I think I've told the story before in the podcast, but if not, I grew up in Baton Rouge, which is very small. It's a college town, and I was a part of like a family unit before I became, before I actually came out and stuff like that. I was young. I was like 17, 18, 19, somewhere there. I know I was a senior in high school. So like I had a drag mom and a drag dad and, that whole kind of pose type family situation. And they took me to the club that everybody was going to, which was it was called Q45, and it's usually a straight club, but then like one night in particular they had like a drag night and like a whole situation. So we drove up and I was like, I don't know where we're going now. Of course they weren't carding because clearly I got in. So we get to the club and everybody's coming out and they're loving on my drag mother and they're just like, oh, she's beautiful, she's wonderful, we love her, she's beat, blah 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 blah. And this guy comes to the car and he looks in the car and he's like, who's that? And he points at me and she was like, oh, that's my new son, da da da. And that was it. I got out the car, we went in the club, we all had a good time, we danced and sweat and slow danced and if you're from Louisiana, then you know how obviously in culture, how like shake culture is. So if you could really like shake your ass, then you were something. And he was one of the best shakers in the club. Everybody was just, that it's a whole vibe. So after that, honey, that was it. I like to tell the story, and if he ever watches, we laugh about this all the time, even to this day, that he plucked me off the schoolyard because I was such a young and tender one in high school. Now years later, we've discovered that he was talking to a few people from my high school at the time. I just won him over. But that was our first date, and we were like completely inseparable after that. Really crazy.
All right.
I think my first real date that I went on was after my marriage with someone. And at the time I had a dog and we went to the
sorry.
Shut up, Dwayne. I just so happened to actually read what you said too.
I'm one. Sorry, it's the drink. I apologize.
Yeah. But no, so this guy I met, he lived near me. We were hanging out like a lot. And yes.
Question. I'm just co-sign with Dwayne. At this point in time, because it's kind of like Wendy Williams when she says allegedly. Do we still gotta say someone? Like, do we? Since we already know.
Sorry.
Well, no, I'm saying I'm talking about the person I went on a date with, not my ex. I'm about the first person I went on a date with.
But I mean, do we still have to say someone?
I mean,
we know who. Okay.
Y'all know who that is. Everybody that's watching does not know who that is. I don't think so anyway.
I'm sorry. Let me open the
door. We are so sorry, y'all. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I apologize.
But at that time, I had a dog and he had a dog. Actually, I think we had like the same dog, but they were like male and female and they were different colors or whatever. And so we actually went on a doggy date to Piedmont Park together. And I thought it was the dopest date in the world because we just walked around the park together. The dogs ran around. And actually, I think the dogs had a little more fun than we had. But it was but it was so dope because it was like, I had never really went on a date at that time. So it was a really cute date. And then we went to eat after that, and we hung out for the rest of the day. So yeah.
That's cute.
Okay.
Everybody got a fan? I mean, what's going on here?
Listen, it's hot. Rainier says, yes, I went to a park with the guy at 14. He did a picnic in the park. It went great until I ended the night with his mother washing my clothes.
Huh?
Why does she wash your clothes?
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all in these fans. Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I gotta pull my bag out after your last comment. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
At 14, the mother had to wash the clothes, sis. What happened? Look like y'all on the porch. Yes, Kwame, it's hot. See what happens is we under these lights, we get to drinking, and then I get to laughing because I know I didn't mean to say things I say sometime, and I know I have to calm myself down. So I get the vapors.
My first date was with this guy named Randy.
Names.
Oh, we got a name. Okay. Hey,
Yeah.
Randy.
Darn, man. I've been drinking. I don't know if I can say that out loud. Anywho, we have been talking, and I remember him saying something like he would like to go on a picnic, and so that, of course, I took that into consideration. I'm like, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. And it was a nighttime picnic, though. I kind of spiced it up. So it'd be a nighttime picnic. So we actually drove out to this is park by the airport, and it's right there by the water. So you can I laid the blanket out right there by the water, and you can actually watch the airplanes take off and land, and then right above you. So as they're landing and everything and taking off, they fly right over top of you. And it was nighttime, so you can see the stars and everything. Like, it was really, really nice. Had a little Bluetooth speaker, played some slow jams, and we ate, made out a little bit. But yeah.
Easy.
What's up?
This was your first date?
That was my very first date. My very first date with a man, yes.
No wonder you be doing the shit that you be doing with these dudes. Goodness gracious.
What?
I was gonna say that.
We was young and tender and ain't know nothing about dating, honey. You already taking niggas out to the airport and shit.
He was a little bit older, not Aaron's older, but he was a little bit older.
What's your older?
I wouldn't say I was 21. I had to be 22. So I think he was like in his 30s.
Okay.
Yeah. He's married with kids. He's married to a woman with kids now.
Of course he is. I mean, goodness gracious. That explains a lot. Because that's the precedence of dates that you have.
Yes, it is.
I set the bar too high.
No, he set the bar too high.
And now
you took him or he took you.
You do the same day. Oh, you did the picnic.
Yeah.
So who set up the picnic? You or him?
I did.
Oh.
You set well, not that you set the bar too high. I'm not going to say that because obviously you're doing exactly what you want to do. But that if that's what your first date was coming out the gate, listen.
Too much.
You're wasting a lot of good stuff on people that don't deserve it.
But it was still that guy who set the bar too high because Easy heard what he said, and now he's been doing this for like every time he talks to someone and they tell him things they like. Easy always listen to what they say, and he does that's what he tries to do.
I pay attention to so much. Like, I absorb so much. Like, I really love, like, even with my friends, I do the same thing with my friends too. Like,
well, bitch, child with me with date Take me, cater me a concert experience, honey. Listen,
let's go. Let's do the damn thing.
Listen, I'm just saying.
I'm just hoping that somebody that I went on a date with is listening, so that they see where the bar's at. That's it.
That's
like,
all.
One of our with Meech, one of the things like it's always important to date your friends. Not date your friends. Like just have friends. Like go out as friends. It's important to do that. And I remember one of the times when we had went out early in our friendship, and he had mentioned like he loves 7th Streeter. And I remember like Pride was coming up. He didn't know it, but 7th Streeter was coming. I actually hooked him up with the opportunity to dance for her. So,
wow.
So I invited him and his whole entire dance crew to come, and they didn't know it at the time. They actually found out the day of. So the moment they got there, I was like, hey, y'all about to go on stage. I'm like, what? I said, yeah, got you.
Wasn't that a phone party?
Huh?
Was that a phone party?
Could have been. I did Pride for years.
Okay. Then I was there. That was the year I went to breakup. I enjoyed that Pride.
Oh, I'm sure.
The way you grinning.
Right. Let's go to some of the comments on their first dates. Kwame says, my first date was a nighttime picnic too, right on the Brooklyn
Why is everybody going on all these damn picnics? I ain't never been on no damn picnic on a date.
Oh, you sound mad.
Right?
I'm getting a little. And these is the first dates. Like I'm feeling like I'm being cheated.
Like you done missed out, friend. Rainier is going to answer the question in regards to why his mother washed her clothes. Yeah. Okay. He took me to a park. We had a good time for hours. He was 16. Well, I had to go to the bathroom and they were all locked. So to make a long story short, I walked from the park with a heavy blanket wrapped around my waist in 90-degree weather. Oh, sister.
Oh,
wow. Womp womp.
Oh,
I'm
no.
sorry.
Oh no. Oh no.
Right. Oh hell no. Like, so sorry.
We weren't privileged to have Uber and stuff back in those days. So
jeez, that sucks. Easy has been picnicking all his life. Yes, chef, he has.
Don't do me like that. I just feel like a date should always consist of like good conversations, good food, good drinks. Wherever you're having it, it just needs to be a good setting.
You are wasting it on people that do not deserve it. Period.
I'm gonna send this podcast to my dates from now on. Like, this is what a date needs to look like.
This is right. Just in case.
Just in case if you forgot.
Just in case you want to go on one. This is what it should look like.
Right. This is what I'm suggesting that the date should be.
I'm not even suggesting it. Easy suggesting this. I didn't say anything.
All right, fellas, is that on the dating topics?
That is.
All right, let's move on to our letter for this week before we get into our sex topics. Oh, and Easy, you missed a good one last week, my friend. So we'll catch you up on this week. All right. So, wait a minute, hold on. We got some other comments coming in. I don't want people to get missed and confused. Kwame says, picture it, summertime, a bottle of Prosecco, a great spread of chocolate fruit and sushi, par with real China. Oh.
Let's do it.
Oh, don't bring no real China now. We don't carry that shit around. Okay. Yes.
Reduce said it was not a waste. He is not only giving them an experience, it is an experience for him as well. Very true, sis. You're absolutely right. So it's not a waste. I stand corrected. You're not wasting it on. They're just not deserving. Kwame said he was blown away by the china, the chocolates, the fruit, etc. Princess is here. What's up, Princess?
Hey.
My first adult date, I got my toes sucked outside.
What?
See, that sounds like that sounds like my kind of date.
That's your kind of first date, Aaron. Of course it is.
That's not the shit that happens on my dates.
Right. And I had this, I'm sure that's how she said it. I had to, do the whole tongue thing. I had to do the whole thing. right, so let's go over to our letter for this week. And the writer says, "Dear Affairs of the Heart, I've been having feelings for a guy lately, and we have been flirting for a while, and we both have been on and off situationships with other people. Me with other guys, him with other women.
Oh, Jesus.
And I always end up hurt. He originally had a girlfriend when he started talking to me, so I ended it. 1 minute we were speaking on the phone. The next minute he ghosts me for months at a time. Recently, he came back into my life around February. We go on dates, sleep together, basically everything you would do in a relationship, yet we are not in one. I've been putting myself on guard because I never know when he's going to leave. He says he wants to be intimate with me, and I know I'm ready to go there with him, but he keeps saying he also is scared because he's afraid he'll fall in love with me. Should I just stay friends with him or just leave him alone? Please help."
Oh, hell no. Oh, no.
Oh, geez. All right.
I wish there was an age in here or something because I'm not got time for no man to come out again. I don't.
It's not even, I don't think it's even that. I think it's the fact that he's using you. He's used over the course of this letter, like it seemed like the time span is like some years. Like he's been in and out of your life for years. Like you've just been letting him come in and out, go freely as he wants to for years. And at a certain point in time, I feel like he's just used to it, and he's giving you these small gestures, these small remarks that keep you hanging on. Like, I don't want to be with you because I'm afraid to fall in love with you. What type of shit? What? that don't make no sense.
You've known me long enough.
Right.
Like, come on. And then you welcome him back when he gives you those little gestures, and then you fall. Like, you're hurting yourself at this point in time.
And you're not even having sex.
Yeah.
Well,
like
no. Now, there's some conflicting information here because they're sleeping together, but I'm assuming that means that they're not having sex. Because he said we're going on dates, sleeping together, and basically everything you would do in a relationship, yet we're not in one. And he says he wants to be intimate with me, and I know I'm ready to go there with him, but he keeps saying he's also scared because he's afraid he's going to fall in love with me.
He done penetrated some hole on that body because there ain't no way in the world. Like,
So immediately I hear, and Rainier can help me with this because I don't know who this is by, but you know the song, the old school song, "Can't Keep Running In and Out of My Life."
Yeah, the Gap Man.
Right, like that's all I hear when I'm reading this letter. You're just allowing him to run in and out of your life, and
he's getting something out of it. That's the thing. He has to be getting something out of this situationship, whatever it is that you want to call it. He's getting something out of it, which is why he keeps coming back. Okay? Because in the letter, it's not like y'all having an argument and y'all break up and he goes off. It's just like he just leaves.
Yeah.
He's tired of you in that moment. He leaves, go get a fix from wherever.
A female.
And then once he wants you back, he comes back. And then you open the door.
And I mean, you ghost me one time, like it's a wrap for me. So like, why are we getting ghosted more than once?
Exactly.
A ghost that keep coming back. Like, is this haunting you in your sleep now? Like every night?
Is this Super Mario Brothers, bitch? Are we doing the haunted castle? Like, what is happening?
Right.
What is going on? No, you can't. You are not a welcoming mat. Like you are placing yourself. You're making yourself a welcoming mat, and that's not cool, bro. Because you end up missing out on someone who's really ready to be there for you, and you could be overlooking that person because you still stuck on this dude.
Yeah, you need to go back to the podcast. I talked about that man who had the wife because that answers all your damn questions.
Baby, no, because we were sending flowers, we were sending edible arrangements, we was
Listen, I would have said edible arrangement to his family, like he's gay.
Okay.
Let's just clear all this shit up so we can figure out what's really going on here.
Oh, goodness gracious.
He's treating you like Motel 6. And that's not cool. You have been aggressive.
You leave the light on for him.
Exactly. You just waiting for him to come back. You Loretta Devine and Colored Girls. Like you just
yes, Loretta Devine.
Yes.
Somebody walked off with my stuff.
Like no shade to the writer, no shade. All jokes, all laughs put aside. Like he's treating you like a welcome man. Like he's walking over your feelings, disregard. Like no, that's not cool.
But I mean, I guess I can understand the confusion for the person too as well. I don't want to just be on one side because I do feel like, sometimes it is confusing because some people do want to come out. They just don't feel safe with coming out. Guess this has been going on for a long time, but I feel like just from hearing what the letter is saying, the person feels like they're in a space where they're it's just them at this point. And they're trying to figure out, what's going on because he's actually being verbal and saying, I'm afraid because of this. I'm afraid of falling in love and having to come out. And I probably, in my relationship, I think this is where we was at the beginning. But my thing was this. I always said, if I ever dated a man, I was just going to come out. Because prior to that, I wasn't. People had their speculations, but I had never said it out of my mouth. And so, I think that it's just, he has to go through that process because, and you can't make him do that. That's something that he has to personally want to do for himself. And so, the more that you sit around, like showing that love or giving him that affection or the intimacy that he's talking about isn't going to change that. He has to actually really want to do it.
But at the same time, as he may have to go through that process, you don't have to be like the doormat.
Right.
Because you got to protect your energy. You got to protect your sanity. You got to protect your emotion, your well-being, your mental. Because this is really weighing. It's weighing on him. I feel like from the letter, I feel like it's weighing on him.
Yeah, I agree with both of you and how and what you're saying in particularly. Somebody just posted in the comments, and this is exactly what I was about to say. How old is this person? I think the age is playing a factor on you allowing this to happen, right? Like you're okay. Well, here's the thing. And this is something I think that happens often with us in our community, and us of a certain age where we, in one time or another, romanticized about the bisexual straight man, that romance situation, or that some people have. It's not everybody's testimony because that's not So Debonair's situation. So we understand. Yeah. However, some of us have. And so now that you feel like you've conquered that because you have a dude that's interested in women and you have a dude that's interested in you or seemingly whom you think is just you, because I'm quite sure if he's romanticizing you, you're not the only person.
I didn't want to say it.
And in the time that he's gone, you think he might get with the woman, but he also might find another dude that he's connected with as well. So you just have to be very careful and cautious. And this is, I think, also another reason why bisexual people in our community get such a bad rap, because we assume that this is everyone's narrative that is a part of the bisexual community, and it's not. So I think we need to kind of remove the idea of this kind of behavior away from our brothers and sisters that are bisexual in the community to a degree. But I think for our writer, you have to know your worth and know yourself a little bit more. I'm gonna come to you because I see you got a question. So there, let me finish my thought. Because I saw the wheels turning when I said what I said. I know what I said, and I know how this works. Now you got something you got to say. I understand. However, let me at least address the writer. So I'll say this: know your worth, sir. Know that you deserve more than someone that's not going to give you exactly what you deserve. Having glimpses coming in and out of your life is not something that anybody deserves. If you're not having somebody that's going to give you their full attention and their full time, their full respect, then you need to hit the bricks, regardless of how much you enjoy the vibe and how much he does for you and whatever button he's pushing in the back of you. Never mind. So I would just say, boop, boop, boop. Just know your worth and know that it's
hit the buzzer. Hit the buzzer.
I'm sorry. Yes. Oh, it's off. Here we go. Oh. But yeah, I just know your worth, friend, and know that you deserve more, regardless of how much you really like this person. At the end of the day, they're still doing what they want to do, and you should still be doing the same. Choose yourself. Absolutely, choose yourself. So all right. So Debonair, what you got to say? Because I know it's surrounding the bisexual comment I made. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, I just have a question. Do you feel like he's bisexual? Because I mean, to me, it sounds like this. It sounds like he's been. I mean, a lot of DL guys they transition. You know what I mean? And so it sounds like he's being. I want to say he's being honest and saying, this is why I don't want to give you the intimacy part, in which maybe intimacy was the wrong word for the letter. I'm thinking like maybe he's saying like he's afraid because if he does really get involved, then that costs him to basically come out.
I'm gonna be honest. I have used a bullshit line like that before.
Okay.
To not do something that I know I'm totally capable of doing. I just don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm. See, that's what I'm thinking.
So I'm gonna be honest, and I will say that now, granted, he could be being honest. He could be very candid. It could be very genuine, but that takes time to tell, because ultimately, here's the thing. I mean, let's just break it down to 100. If he really was afraid to fall in love with him, he would still be around though. Like he would still make an effort to have an extensive, time, like spend some extensive time with him, as opposed to these blocks of time.
No. I'm gonna tell you that's not true. In my time of me even trying to come out, that's not true.
We're not talking about coming out. We're not talking about coming out. We're talking about.
I get what you.
No. We're not talking.
I get what you're saying, but I'm telling you, in my times of in this situation, I was going back and forth between my ex-girlfriend and a guy, and literally, someone had told people that they thought I was gay. And one of my gay friends sent me to a gay party. It was the first one I've ever been to, and I met a guy there. I was literally like trying to hide everything. I didn't want to be there because I was like, this will solidify the fact that I'm gay, and I didn't want to do it. So when that happened, I kind of was in a situation because I really liked the guy, but I still was kind of dealing with my ex-girlfriend at the time, and so we weren't having sex because we were broken up. We were still trying to figure out what we were going to do. And in my mind, I feel like I had to kind of check that, but because she was still around, I didn't want to hurt her because she just wasn't letting the relationship go. But I spent more time with him. And so I guess like when I'm hearing the letter, this is what it sounds like to me. It's like, well, and I think I probably said something along the lines of what the guy said to him. Like, I'm afraid to do this one because the guy was a little feminine too. And at that time, I just was like, anybody who's feminine, they're gonna blow my spot up, and I don't know what I just didn't know. And so I guess to me, it's like, I was just thinking about my situation and how that was for me. And it was scary, and I was afraid to catch feelings for a guy, because if I did, in my mind, I already knew that, that would be the time that I was going to say, hey, I'm gay. I'm going to tell them, because that was what I made up in my mind. I was going to tell people if I really got attached to a guy.
Easy.
Yes, easy.
To both of your points, because we don't know his story,
right?
But based upon on all of our experiences, all of this could be true from his standpoint. Right. And that's the thing that you have to give to we have to give the writer those aspects. That's why there's three of us here. There's three different opinions, there's three different experiences. And all of this could very well be true from that person's story, but we don't know his side.
Right.
But that's Aaron. You gave your side. Dwayne, you gave your side, and both could very well be true because we've all been with some bullshit motherfuckers that have fed us lines to keep us there. And honestly, that was what I was thinking. I feel like he was giving you stories because I don't feel like you're the only guy, honestly. Because he's got to go someplace in that time. And I don't think a lot of people, and with it being 2021, people just don't have one person. He doesn't have just one girl and then one guy, and he goes back and forth to you. No, there's some other people in the mix.
But I think when I was conflicted on coming out, like there wasn't no other people. I like literally, because me and her had broken up, I was really trying to just figure it out for me, right? So I would dibble and dabble, but then I would disappear because I'm like, no, maybe not. Even like I told you, like the first time that I had sex, I was like, I'm not even gay. Like, this is not for me. I bottomed and it was a wrap for me. So after that, I just went back to women because I was like, I don't think this is for me. There were gaps in those times. So
we're not denying that. We're just giving
we're giving all perspectives, right? I got you. Right, I got what you're saying. But I'm saying that's possible that there wasn't other people in the midst of that, like other guys they was messing with, or maybe other women. I don't know, but that's possible, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay. You want
wrap it up, Dwayne? Wrap it up.
You want to go over?
Honestly, I don't think I've ever talked about that this much, honestly, and I think that's probably why I'm even there.
And that's why I'm laughing, because you're having epiphanies about the conversation, because you keep continuing the conversation because you didn't realize that this is probably connected to what. That's why I just laughed, because I was like, this is an Aaron moment. Aaron is having a moment.
That's why I said wrap it up, put a bow on it.
He's realizing some things.
I don't like you said, like I don't really think I thought about this at all. Like I don't like the guys I mess with. I don't know if they thought that at all. So I don't know.
Yeah, let's go to some of the comments because y'all. Kwame says, "Why even put yourself through that? Leave his ass alone and run." Rainier just left an emoji. She didn't have much to say. The bombshell says, "I need a visual."
Of what?
Listen, you want to know what the guy looks like, the bombshell? I'm with you on that, because I thought about it while I was reading. I was like, wait, was he even worth it? Like this whole situation?
That could be a deciding factor.
Right. Princess says, F him. Kwame says, nope, not on today, yesterday, next year. One must know one's worth. He has been using you as his convenient piece. Mm-hmm. Listen, sounds like he's got somebody else. I'm just saying.
Okay.
It also sounds like Lexa says he wants to cheat, but can't bring himself to it and get a spouse. Okay. I agree with Easy. You are hurting yourself and blocking your blessings of finding someone who is not scared of falling in love with you.
You gotta choose yourself.
Listen, Lex says he sure is getting something easy. What's the real tea? Rainier says he leaves because other situations is taking up his time. Tell the truth, sis. Tell him the truth. He's getting something out of it. Convenience.
Yeah.
All right. Princess says, I think he's gay too.
I'm not playing with Princess. I'm not.
We love Princess and her comments and commentary. Lex says, right, you ghost me twice, it's a whole wrap. If we're just smashing, just say that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Brandon has a very long comment. He apologized ahead of time. He said, in terms of the writer, listen to what's being said to you and take it for exactly what it is. I just removed myself from a similar situation, and what helped me is separating my feelings from what was really given to me. Really, reality says they're not ready for me. My feeling says, but I like them. My conclusion was I like them, but they're not ready for me. And if I stay with them, I'm gonna get hurt. So I left. Very good advice, Brandon.
That's good.
Very good advice.
That's good.
We appreciate you guys on the letter and the topic for this week. If you have something that you want us to discuss on the Affairs of the Heart podcast, go to aothpodcast.com and leave us a message, including topics, or if you have a letter for the week, you can be anonymous, or we could share your personal information. And we'd love to hear from you. We love getting your letters in, and we love having these kinds of conversations and discussions. So please write in, head to our website, and check us out. All right. Are we ready for the sex topics?
Are you ever really ready for the sex topics?
We're never really ready for the sex topics. We're just never. It just never happens. We just go right into it. Do we need a break?
No. Last week they were. You missed last week because last week was nasty. Like, it was like the old podcast last week, but they were from old. They was from the old podcast too, so that's probably why.
Literally. All right. Sex topic number 1 on tonight. Oh. Do you have insecurities when getting on top?
Oh, what?
He said, "Or what? On top of what?
Like writing."
Oh, what?
Writing.
Oh, writing?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Yes.
Wait, how did it switch that fast? You were so confident just a few minutes ago.
That's how that man was in the letter. See what I'm saying?
No, because you gotta make sure the visual is good. Like, you gotta
suck it in.
It's a lot. Because you don't just want to be on top. You gotta keep your arch. You gotta keep your form. You gotta keep your back straight. Like, you gotta, you want to make sure the visual is still good, for him. Like, you gotta concentrate. Oh, wait, is that just me then? Okay, never mind then. Let me shut up.
I don't give a damn about him. This is my insecurities, not his.
I mean, okay. I guess I would ask, to further the question, what kind of insecurities would you have being on, like, riding somebody? Like, I
don't want to get on looking like a big ass whale riding you. Like, I just don't. I'm not a small guy, So I don't want my stomach flapping up and down. If I got man boobs, because I've had those in the past, I don't want that. All that. We're not doing that. I have had those insecurities before. It's what I'm telling you.
I was saying that aligns with what I just said.
I don't give a damn what he think. I'm thinking about my own damn personal insecurities.
I mean, essentially, you're worried about what he's going to think. You're worried about
some guys like that. Some guys don't give a damn. But for me, I don't want that.
I want his visual to, I want to make sure that I look good. That'll be my insecurity.
But if I gotta suck my stomach in and arch my back, I'm already uncomfortable. Like, this is too much work.
That's for me. Like, I want to make sure that all my shit is all together. So
I'm like, let me turn around and do it, because I can't do it from the front. Let me just turn around. All you gonna see is ass. You gotta see all the stomach and all that other shit.
Why you holding his ankles, honey?
Listen, lay back on the bed so you can look at the ceiling and let me ride.
And you gotta hold his ankles. Lean forward.
Listen, don't you lean up neither.
No, keep your legs flat.
Okay, all right. Stop bending your knees.
I'm in control right now. I'm in control.
Listen, if you got me up here,
yes, I'm up here and I'm doing it.
But you got me up here. Let me do it.
There's some rules to this shit.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Now, do you all? Okay, so what is your topping when you're on top? What is your position of choice? Because some people like to squat. Some people have to be on their knees. Like, do you prefer one over the other? And you know, being a bigger guy, it's kind of like I can't be on this squatting for too long.
All this sounds traumatic to me right now. I probably got to cramp in one leg.
Listen,
now I got to put one leg down and ride with the other one. It's like, I hate it. I hate it here. I want to go home. No, it's time for you to go home because this is too much. I didn't sign up for this shit.
Listen, I didn't stretch before this.
You didn't tell me I was gonna be doing. Yeah, you didn't tell me I was gonna be doing this part.
I gotta hold my stomach in and stretch my inner thigh. Right. I got a cramp. You know, I got a Charlie horse. Now I gotta stretch my leg out to make sure I get
my boobs sweating on you and shit. Like it's too much. My nipple ring is like, bro, this is not how we do this. Then they when I leaned up and try to kiss you, why do you do this? It's a lot. It's too much work.
Ow. Thinking about it, sex is very, very. You have to be limber and athletic, and you can't just go right into it without stretching, especially after a certain age. Don't think that you're about to hop on top of somebody like you just came off of the gym, you know, came from the park running around the course. No, baby, we need to get. I need some Epsom salt. I need some heat. I need some.
This is not no R. Kelly song. I don't want to remind you of your Jeep. Like, no,
I'm
not the Jeep. I'm not the Jeep.
I'm barely shit. A lot just happened. I don't know where to comment or where to jump in at. Like, I really don't know what. What's the next topic?
Okay. Our fight.
I just don't know.
I've been a man of a certain size. You know, my weight goes up and down. You know, at this size, what I'm at right now, I can probably do it. But when I was 260 pounds, that wasn't my go-to.
It can be a lot for some people. I do understand that. I know with me being as tall as I am, it can be a lot because it's just like everybody wants to climb this tree, and it's just like, no, stop.
Listen. Hilarious. That actually was great. Oh, Lexi says riding is difficult, especially when you're 30 and that arthritis starts to set in. Oh, we're going to give you like 4 good pumps and then, ooh, child, we's tired. I'm just saying.
And don't let the top have like a big member, because then it's just like it's.
Now I will tell you this. Now, if the top has a good sized member, I would start the sex off with that, so that I can control how fast it goes in.
But then it's like they get to that point where you may hold it, and then they want to just.
Oh no! I know how to control that part. I know how to control that part. But after that, we flipping over and we doing doggy style. I'm laying on my. It's not. I'm not riding. No, I'm not doing that.
Well, first of all, you wrapping everything up in 15 minutes anyway.
Exactly.
So I don't even understand.
Exactly.
You give it 2.5 minutes for each position, so I don't understand why you even talking. So.
Because you have to also realize that most of the times, though, it's big members for me, so I can't do all that. That's a lot of dick.
Just so we're clear, it's big members for So Debonair.
This is not little fans only.
Listen, you must be this tall to ride this ride. Listen.
Okay, yeah.
Rainier said, "I'm not the Jeep. Pound, I'm not the Jeep."
And you know what? I was in a chat today on Twitter trying to find topics today. And there was a girl on the time, and she was saying how most women don't even come from being penetrated from men. She was saying that a lot of it is because
for women. It just sounds inaccurate to me.
I've heard that a lot.
Princess,
I've heard that a lot.
We need your expertise on this.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot though, honestly.
I'm not saying that it's not true. I just don't.
Well, I'm talking about men that have big members.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did we just start censoring dick? Are we?
Well, you said members, so I just went along with it.
Member. It's members. Got it. Brandon says yes. When topping, I sometimes feel insecure when the person bottoming is using a really aggressive tops.
Used to really aggressive
tops. Got it. And wants me to be that when all I want to do is be sensual and passionate with it.
Oh yeah.
That's a very good point.
Yes.
No.
I would never be that bottom.
Aggressive,
like I don't like that. I don't like that aggressive shit.
Also, you're not beating me out the frame. That's for damn sure. Like if you want to tear this shit up, you gonna have to marry this shit. Like because you're not about to send me out in the streets with loose walls or crumbling walls. No.
Like be aggressive with the talking and the choking, not with the the penetration.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Given what does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Rainier, he needs an explanation on what the HIIT
sex.
Mm-hmm. He needs an explanation on that one, dear. But yes, aggressive.
Do y'all know what that means?
I don't know the initials. I'm sure she'll either text me or send it if I'm sure she can send it because she, sis knows what she's talking about. Aggressive bottoms that want you to abuse them. No.
That's not no.
But of course Lexus is in the comments, honey.
No.
We appreciate you, Lexus. We appreciate you.
I call 911.
Chef says it's true because most men don't know how to properly penetrate a female. Back to the comment that you made earlier in regards to bigger membered men not pleasuring females. Yeah. The HIIT is high intensity interval training. Yes.
HIIT workouts generally combine short bursts of intense exercise with periods of rest or that explains him to the T.
Look
at
I'm gonna start putting that in my profiles on shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need to put in there. Because that explains everything. Every conversation that we've had is all wrapped up in that one.
Yes.
But you know what? Even my Twitter agrees with this. So I'm okay with this. We just had the conversation on Twitter yesterday about who comes first. Because if I come first, it's a wrap. I'm not looking for 45 minutes. We done.
Oh, take your time. Do what you gotta do.
If I come, I'm off. I'm clocking out, bro.
Clocked out.
Bloop, bloop. So basically, so debonair is not putting in overtime.
No, not on this job. All right, is that on that? Are we ready for the next one?
Yes.
That was a good one. That was a really good one, actually. Next question. Have you ever been asthmatized? Dickmatized or asthmatized? Have you ever been or membertized or asthmatized?
We all have. We can all be honest right here.
I think it's true.
Yeah, I actually had a meltdown about being dickmatized on the podcast. So.
Yes, you have, Fred. Yes, you have. And I had to sit through the whole thing.
But it was so good. Oh my god. Please don't bring back flashbacks. But
please don't. We don't have the time. We don't have the time on today.
If y'all want to hear that one, it's the Valentine's Day one. On the
I can say that I have been asthmatized and I've been dickmatized. Actually, I can agree with both. I guess if you would define what the definition is of both or one or the other, Like there's a particular person that I am still acquaintances with. I see, on social media, we don't maybe talk every day, but I'm sure if we saw each other, it's always love. But I still remember the first time we were intimate because it was just that, it was that kind of situation. Yeah. I remember that. It was years ago. Like, I mean, years and years and years and years and years ago. But yeah, I guess what would you define matized to be?
I think that's a level of it. It's something like it was so damn good. Like you still remember it to this day. Like it's as if it happened yesterday. I think there's just levels to being dickmatized and asthmatized. Like I think I'm not that person, but I feel like some people are. They all have that one person in their Rolodex or in their history of partners that, like, if they were to hit you up now, you'd be like, oh.
Well, the Urban Dictionary says, because it's not a real word. It's not a real word, guys. So I got to go to the Urban Dictionary. But it says when the dick is so good, you start catching feelings for the guy when really you just catching feelings for the dick or for the ass.
I think we got that. I just think there's different levels to it.
Well, that one that I had the meltdown with, it was bad. There's another guy that I probably am too, but I'm not that bad about it. But that's probably because I still be in it sometimes. But
so you're dickmatized. And there's the definition.
Be over here scratching.
No, he fiending for it.
Just like you down at Lexington Market. If you don't know what that is, that's it. That's yeah. If Brandon is still here, he knows exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so Rainier has a great comment. I used to have an erotic poem about, well, I called it The Addict. I was lost and turned out.
Ooh, I need to write a poem too.
No, you don't.
I would actually be interested to hear some Devonair's erotic poetry about his escapades. That shit would be hilarious.
I have a book of stories
that you personally wrote, or
yes. I need to find that. It was things that like when I was younger, before I even had sex or even knew what I was wanting to do. Like I would write them in a book. I need to find. I have it. I just gotta find it. We'll talk about that later. Keep moving. What's the next topic?
Okay. Yeah. He's addicted. Yes.
Addicted.
Yes, he was. Yes. And yes, he not Zombieland, Lexington Market, where they lean and never hit the ground. Exactly. He was fiending. So yes, I think we have covered that topic very well. Next topic on the docket. What's worse? I'm sorry. That is not. Let me fix that because that is not correct. This is what you do when you don't proofread your stuff before you type it in there.
Just putting it in. Ain't even looking.
Just put it in. Just blind. No lube, nothing.
That's how you get dickmatized.
What's worse, being too big or too small?
Too small.
Well, that was easy.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
I would venture to say what most people say. Oh, it's just how, as long as you know how to use what you got to get what you need. But that's not necessarily true. That's not true because there have been guys that are way bigger than me, and I can't even. Yeah.
How about this? Can we get a chart or something or another? Give me some measurements. Like what would not I don't even think small, that you can. What would be small? No, give me inches.
Something that doesn't even hit the hole. It's just you fucking ass cheeks, which I've experienced that.
So we're talking like 4 or 5 inches.
We've talked about this before.
So 4 or 5 inches would be small.
I don't know what the inches are because I never measured it, but I know it was too small. It never hit the hole at all. Like, I mean, it might have like hit the outside of it, but it never ever penetrated anything.
Okay. Easy,
But
you
there
right?
are, but there are some guys who are too big where they can't even get in there because it's too damn big.
Go ahead.
I think I would feel worse about that because if if there was a guy that was too big and we couldn't do it because I mean, for me, I think I'm attracted to big dicks. I think I am. I'm definitely not attracted. I'm not attracted to small dicks, but I'm
really
hit the button. Hit the button. Hit the button.
Who?
Breaking news, people. Breaking news. Breaking news.
But there are some dicks that are just like I'm not even trying. I feel like I'm trying to commit suicide.
I got to give it my all. All right. If I go out, I go out with a smile.
I will.
But there are dudes that you've had that are big that really have done nothing for you too, Aaron. You've talked about it on a podcast as well.
Yeah, but no one that was too small though, where they wasn't getting in. Like that's never happened where I was like satisfied by that. There were people who were like a normal size. Too small, and I don't. To me, too small is like you just can't get in. Like I'm not average size. It's not because
it's the way his face expressed for me.
Because I've talked about the guy who was just way too small and where I thought it was funny.
Dwayne is giving me like a shut up but keep talking face right now.
Like shut your mouth and keep talking.
I think I would be disappointed that it was too big, But I'd be disappointed if it was too small. Oh, actually, I probably would just. For the fun of it, I would just let. Well, I did that. Just let them try. So.
I feel like if it's too big, it's something that we can reevaluate. We could do different things. Like we can work out with different positions. We could, it could be something where I could go back to the drawing board and figure out a new set of plans to attack this situation. But I feel like if it's too small, there's really nothing we can do with that.
I don't want to feel like I don't want to feel like I'm being fisted. Like I don't.
Oh, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
And I've seen some like I wish I could show it on here because I saw
we're good.
On here. But there's some guys who have some dicks. I'm just like, there's no way, and there's no possibility at all. This would happen.
You're not about to fat rabbit me, okay? Like that.
Well, I don't think his dick is too big because it's still the girth is not that big. It's just he has a long dick. There's some guys who have some huge ass dicks they can't even have sex with men or women. They just have to masturbate.
I
really don't know which one would be worse to me. So I really can't make a decision on this.
It's really because there's so many different ways you could take this. Sorry, but
no pun intended.
No pun intended.
No. Like, are we including? Because now you got my mind thinking. Like, are we including girth and width and length?
Well, absolutely.
Are you just doing length? Because I mean, if you're gonna do girth and length, that's a whole situation right there.
The question seems to me like the dick is just too big. It can't even get inside of you because it's like, what's worse? It's too big, like the girth and the length is too much, or it's just so small, like we're not really even having sex with the person. I don't know which one I would be more disappointed with. I don't know which one I'd be more disappointed with. Honest, I don't. I can't. If your dick is too big, I can't even suck your dick. So like, this is not happening. If it's too small, I'm not definitely sucking the dick because it's like
sucking air.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, if you can't feel the mouth, that's a problem.
Yeah. If you can't, yeah.
Go. I know there's some comments. Please go to the comments because we go to the comments. We're not about to do this all night. Go to the comments.
So right. I'm just letting y'all because listen, it's great to have the bottoms have the conversation.
I feel like I'm being judged. Go to the comments.
So listen, we have a guest. Q is here. And Q is going to share his thoughts on the topic. So we're going to bring Q in. Hey, Q.
Hey.
Is Q in the witness protection program? Because he's like, I'm gonna get on here and talk about dick, but y'all gonna see me.
No, I mean, goodness gracious. I mean, wow. Debonair, you were just really just showing out this evening.
I'm not showing out.
Yeah, I mean, you and Easy. I mean, I wasn't ready, for this particular, topic, but I mean, the two of you all have just shown all the way out tonight.
This is I'm glad it's not just me. I felt the need to go. I felt like we had been on this too long.
What's your thoughts, Q? What's your thoughts, my friend?
I mean, when in doubt, get in wherever you fit in.
Oh, well.
But neither one is fitting in, though. That's the problem. That's the problem.
Why?
No.
Why? I mean, why is that the problem?
I don't think it's a problem. I just feel like if I feel like you could work out if it's too big, but if it's too small, like all you getting is air pumped in you, and you have gas for the rest of the day.
I wish I could think of someone who has like a really, really, really big dick, like
Mr. Bolden.
No, there's bigger dicks than that.
I can't think of his name, but he does he's on American Porn Star. It's like 14 inches, and it's hold on, let me send you the link.
Is this an actual show?
What? No, it's a porn company.
Okay. All right.
He's on American Porn Star though.
While you look that up,
I got you.
Q, what did you want to talk about since you popped in?
I mean, this is my first time ever, popping in. I've always just caught the after effects.
Well, we appreciate you tuning in live.
Wow.
He's never logged back on.
He's like, this is the first and the last time.
We just lost a viewer.
Please, I mean, I wasn't ready. I mean, who knew?
That's what he said.
Listen, well, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. If there's anything that you wanted to contribute in the conversation, but we appreciate you being bold enough to come on. And even though you're in the witness protection program, according to Easy.
Hey, I'm working at the moment, actually. So
well, you don't have to just comment on this conversation.
I found it. I'm about to send it to you.
Okay. We talked about a lot today, so you don't have to stay stuck on this.
Amen.
Talk about Jesus.
Not amen.
Amen. All right.
Wow.
Well, we appreciate you so much.
We do. We appreciate you for tuning in while you're at work. We're hoping we're making the work hours go by a lot faster. But don't disturb your coin. Don't disturb your coin, my friend. Because we can't pay you what you're getting paid. I guarantee it. But we appreciate you popping in. If there's nothing you want to add to the conversation, we're going to move right along and go to some of the comments.
Thank you.
All right, my friend. Take care. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Wait.
All right. So let's go to some of the comments.
You might want to check your phone.
I had. Oh yeah, I'm there. Because we can't show this on national television.
We cannot show this.
America, you can't see this, but if you want to know, oh my God, we really can't show this on. I wasn't prepared.
Did you get choked up? Did you get choked up?
That's what I'm saying though. Like that's a lot. You know what I mean? Now,
I think
granted,
I just got indigestion. Ugh.
It's like 14, 15 inches, and it's thick too.
but on Twitter, I've seen bigger the ones than this. Is what I'm saying. Like it's some. Honestly, I can't answer this question. I cannot. Like I have no answer for this. I don't know. I would rather look at the big one. I don't want to see the little one. I will say that.
We always together.
You and Rainier are always on it. Rainier said, "Don't say that crap." She's talking about, it's not about the size; it's what you can do with it. Now, Brandon has an interesting question. He says, "Well, I'll ask this question: What's worse, not feeling anything, or feeling intolerable pain?"
I'm not gonna deal with the pain. I'm not gonna deal with the pain. Like, you need to make it pleasurable. Like, you can have a big dick and but still make it pleasurable. Like, there can be pleasurable pain versus intolerable pain. Okay, like there's a difference.
Okay. Renee says, when you are too small, you can't do more than what it can do. You can rock all day, but if it feels like a pinky, it's a pinky. Now I'm saying this as a woman, but still.
Thank you. All
right.
We on it.
But if you can't
says, no, go ahead.
Go ahead. If you can't even get it in, you still ain't feeling nothing. So it's just like, I don't know.
Pinky.
No, you feeling hurt because you wasted your time.
I'm not feeling hurt because first of all, I know my limitations. I still feel nothing because it's not happening. We're not even attempting this. Like, it's just not going to happen. So no, I'm still gonna feel nothing.
Okay. Luce says, "Meet me in the middle, please and thank you." Just
yes, absolutely, please.
Period.
He said, "Give me that husband dick."
Oh, don't say that. We'll talk about why not to say that later, but don't say that,
please.
Lexus says, "Girth is it." Yes, sir.
But how much girth is it?
Not what I just saw on my phone. Good
God. That's too much girth. I'd rather just have a skinny dick.
Jarrell Hargraves from HBO's Legendary has a huge.
That thing is.
Oh yes, the really tall, light-skinned dude. Yeah, and he tucks it so well because he was all he had on was like draws the entire season. Yeah, New York to be for me is true. They're very true. We've all seen it.
Yes.
Like, you know what?
Saved in our phones.
You know when you go on Twitter and you see the dudes with the dicks, but there's never no videos of them actually having sex with anybody. The only videos they got is them jacking off. There's never a clip of them having sex. That's what I'm talking about. This person had sex, but there's some guys on Twitter. You never see them with any kind of intercourse. They only have jack off videos, and that's it. Because it's just too much. I thought I had bookmarked one today, but I can't find it.
While you're searching, I'll go to another comment. Luce says, "I feel like the dudes with small dicks, make up for it with foreplay and other things. Dudes with big socks think that the dick is all that matters."
I can agree to that.
Overall experience for me. That's just his overall experiences. Oh, he meant big dicks. Got it.
Yeah, dicks, not ducks. Yes.
Sure. That's fine. You got it.
Big ducks. Quack,
big ducks. Big ducks.
Have you seen Marshall Price?
Who is Marshall Price?
Hold on.
Uh-oh, here we go. Listen. Brandon says, the way y'all reacting to that picture, it sounds like that thing needs its own separate back. Yes, it does. It does. It's very large.
It's too much.
It's way too much. I'm gonna send it to you, Brandon.
What? I can send you?
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to Brandon. Oh, I don't understand. I'm not prepared.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think anybody is prepared for any of this.
Nothing.
Nobody should ever be prepared for this.
I'm gonna just say neither one. I can't do neither one. Neither one. I would rather be celibate, and that's it.
New York to be for me says yes, Marsha Price.
See,
So.
Marsha, hold on, I'm about to send you that right now, so you just get a glimpse.
Because that's probably what I'm talking about.
And he's never with anybody. Yeah.
Yes, this is the guy who did that what's the name too? The
Silhouette challenge.
Yes, like that. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Absolutely. It's too much.
Look at the way.
Oh no.
I would feel like after that, I'm gonna die. I feel like the 2 minute and the horse. After that, my inside's gonna be
but
dislocated.
Like this
I'm gonna die.
Is this okay? So I just like, and this is no shade.
I have never had no dick like that before you even asked. No, I have not.
Because I really was about to ask. Now
I've never had no dick like this.
I have. Now I don't know though. I was about to say, because the one, oh God.
But this doesn't have the girth that has either, though. But I take that.
No,
okay.
I don't know. Okay. I think his Twitter may have got shut down because I'm going to his Twitter and it's not active right now. So I was going to show you a video he just posted just the other day.
But honestly, I probably could do this though. I ain't gonna lie. I probably could do this.
I was about to say, like, this is what So Debonair does, honey. This is what she knows.
Listen, it's something before next week. I will send you guys something because I know I bookmarked something. I'll send it to you guys. I could probably do that though. Yes.
Ooh.
But I mean, probably not in my 30s though. I'm in my 20s. Yes, probably. Yeah.
In our 20s, nothing was too big then,
honey. But we were also, I was springing back like nothing happened.
I spin around in circles in my 20s, but
Oh, so you was definitely riding in your 20s.
Because I was very small in my 20s. I didn't mind that. There was no man weight.
But Go to the comments.
I'm gonna find you guys something this week. Next week we can come back to this so I can show you what I'm talking about.
All right,
I wish I would have read what I sent you because I would have prepared for this. It took me so long to send it to you, Dwayne. You know that. I've been struggling.
I'm just saying.
Don't even.
Wait a minute. I sent it to Brandon, and this is Brandon's response. I didn't see it. I saw a man, a midget, and a white girl. Oh, that's great, Brandon. That's hilarious. All right. Is that on tonight, gentlemen?
That's it.
Yes.
Listen.
All right. So close us out, So Debonair, please.
Yes. Because we can't. Nothing else can be done.
I'm tired of looking at penis.
I feel like I don't even know if I want a big dick or a little dick at this point. But I don't even know. Please give me a husband. Nope, don't say that.
Nope.
Okay, so make sure you guys follow us on all social media at AOTH Podcast on Twitter, The Affairs at Heart on Instagram, Affairs at Heart on Facebook. If you guys are on Twitter, please make sure you are subscribing to the channel, turn notifications. Make sure you comment below. We do need those comments. Also, I realized we had 300 likes on our Facebook page today too, which is good.
Hey.
Thank you. But please make sure you guys leave reviews on the Facebook page. Even though we get to 300, we still need those reviews. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We need to get to 1,000. We were at 600 last week?
We're at 613 as of today.
No, we're at 619 today.
Oh, we have some more. Okay, I saw 13 the last time I looked.
So yeah, we're at 619. So please keep subscribing. Keep telling people about the podcast. And you can follow us on our personal stuff at our handles that's on here, and that's it.
And then on April 29th, you don't want to miss that show in particular. Obviously, we have 2 more shows in between there, but you don't want to miss the 29th. We are going to have guests on the show. The Minority Report, the aunties from the Minority Report are going to come over and join Affairs of the Heart. You do not want to miss it. Please make sure you subscribe to their YouTube channel as well for all things pop culture and sex and relationship related. But they're going to join us on the Affairs of the Heart podcast on the 29th. You don't want to miss that.
I actually want to shout them out earlier today because like I've been a real fan since then, since you've been on there. So like seriously, like if you guys like our podcast, please subscribe to their podcast because it is so fun. It's so much information. It's such a great time. Like literally, like I got my notifications turned on my TV and on my phone and on my laptop. So whichever one I'm on, I can watch. It's a really good time. So please make sure you guys subscribe to their channel.
And that is the Minority Report.
Yeah, T like TEA.
Yes. All right. So I think that's that on that. We're glad to have Easy back. And we will see you guys next week.
And before we go, if you guys are still here, please go into the inbox on althpodcast.com and send us some topics. Send us a letter. Send us something because every week I try to find stuff for us to talk about and we need it. So please send us something.
If it's something that you want to hear us talk about, please do go to althpodcast.com and leave a message in the message box for Aaron because he is struggling every week to find topics for us to discuss. Please. All right. We are out of here. We'll see you next Thursday, same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. Be safe. We'll see you next week.
Bye.